Right.
Got to do more?
Always more to do. Yeah, it's Tim time. We got a couple guys on the squad over there that we've had over here in Buffalo. Obviously Tim, Steph, Jerry Hughes, Case Keenum. So guys I spend a lot of time with and guys I still care about. Obviously going to be different, but at the same time, on the offensive side of the ball, we don't worry about what they're doing on their side of the ball. So we just got to focus on what we got to do and put together a strong week. Focus on what their defense is doing. They got a really good defense. Got some guys that can get after it. So yeah, got to have a good week and take the right step forward.
Josh, have you had any communication with Steph outside of maybe a text or that?
No, and that's not unusual. For any other teammates, so yeah.
Did you talk to the defense? I mean, I know they went up against them during practice the last few years and stuff. Do you still kind of give them more of an idea of what it's going to be like to go against some of the younger guys?
I mean, if they were to come and ask, I can give as much as I can, but at the same time, he's in a different scheme. I mean, those defensive guys are focusing on their offense as a whole, and they got some really good players on that side. So it's not just a one guy show over there. They got some real dudes over there on their offensive side of the ball. So again, on our side, we got to make sure we're holding on to the football and scoring when we have opportunities.
Josh, how much do you hope after facing, not you specifically, the team facing Stephon, maybe that puts this conversation to rest?
I think for us it has been. We're just trying to focus on what we can do in this building and the guys that are here. That's just how it is every single year. We understand the NFL is a business, and there's decisions made all the time about things and things of these nature. So we're just trying to control what we can control right now.
You can seek them out on Sunday, try to have interaction pregame?
Hopefully, yeah. I'll say what's up, and hopefully it's the favors return. I'm sure it will be, so we'll see.
Josh, I know you've answered a lot of questions, but it's been going on for, 6 months now. But you kind of get why this is a big deal around the league for people, 2 high-profile players, and now he's on another team, right, in that sense?
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm sitting here. It's not the most unusual thing. I think this thing happens from time to time, and I got a lot of love for him. I still do. The things that he did for me in my career, and the things that he did in the Buffalo Bill uniform, won't be forgotten anytime soon, especially from me. So that's how I look at it. At the same time, going into year 7, I understand the business and the aspect of what this league is, and again, I'm just trying to focus on what we got going in this building.
Last week you addressed the fact that celebrating the mentality on offense here is not a shot at Stephon. Why did you feel compelled to bring that up last week?
Well, I think people were making a bigger deal out of it than it was, and again, I'm a loving guy. I'm a loving teammate. I like to love on my guys and prop them up however I can, and I'm not doing that at the detriment of somebody else, whether that's him or anybody else that's put on a Bills uniform or anybody that's coached in our coaching booth. So I'm just trying to, again, be the leader that I am and be as authentic as myself to me as I can be, and just lead these guys that are in this locker room.
What do you make out of the Texans defense? You mentioned that in the circumstances, but just what really stands out to you about them?
Yeah, I mean, I think they got a couple of ends that are really fast. They do a good job of getting to the quarterback. In the back end, obviously everyone knows the corner they got in Derek Stingley, great young player who seemingly makes plays on the ball week in and week out. So got to make sure we're aware of what we're doing, and again, sticking to the game plan of what we got. And I trust Joe and the offensive staff to put together something good, and it's our job to go out there and execute it.
When you were looking back at the tape for the Ravens game, was it the lack of success consistently offensively? Was it more of what they were doing, or do you feel like it was more self-inflicted?
I think a lot of it was self-inflicted. They came out that, like I said, had a great plan, had a great rush plan. They got to me a couple times, and there's a few times that I probably could have gotten the ball out of my hands a little bit quicker and thrown the ball away. But at the same time, making sure that we're committing to what we got going on the offensive side of the ball, trusting what Coach Brady's calling as a unit going out there and executing. So we're looking forward to doing that this week.
Josh, through 4 games, the role for Curtis has maybe not been as prolific, I guess, for lack of a better word, as maybe some of us thought it would be. I fully understand it.
I mean, yeah. At the same time, we want to get everybody more touches, and just based on what we've kind of had in the previous 4 games, obviously not a whole lot of opportunity. We've missed on a couple of big plays, especially to him. So would love to get him going, and whether or not Khalil is in or out this week, not really sure what the status is. He'll have an increased role no matter what. So we're going to be calling on his number, and he's going to have to step up, make some plays, which we've got no doubt in his ability and in the way that he plays the game of football. He's such a great teammate, yeah, it's no doubt that we need to get him going.
On not knowing the status, with Khalil and Dion, I went back and looked, and you haven't played a lot of games this league without him out there. What would that feel like? How concerned are you if he's not going to go?
Yeah, if he can't go, that's obviously a big blow to us. He's been such a fantastic player here. It's my blind side. Love that guy, and hopefully he can get everything right and get ready for game day. So trying not to think of it as he's not going. I got a lot of faith in him, and he's got a lot of love, and he's got to be really hurt to not play. So I guess we'll find out soon.
Physically, where are you at? Sean said you were pretty sore coming out of the game on Sunday. Where are you at right now?
Good to go.
Joe Brady was pretty hard on himself Monday, yeah, about just kind of how he called the game, which in particular. When he has a game like that where he's really trying to bounce back and put so much on himself, do you say anything to him, or is he any different the next week leading into the upcoming game?
No, I mean, at the same time, he's feeling that way. I'm also feeling that way about myself, and whatever he calls, I got to go out there and execute it. And I didn't do that at a high level, and we didn't do that at a high level during the game this last week. So I know he's taking accountability and trying to take the blame, but it takes everybody when we're out in the field, and especially me being an extension of what he's calling. So again, just trusting in what his game plan is. Him trusting me trusting him. That's never gonna waver, and that's how we're gonna attack this thing.
After the last game, you said that there were some good things mixed in. I know we asked you about that. You played a key on one you didn't connect on at the end of the first half. But are those back shoulder connections? Is that something that his skill set allows you to kind of take advantage of?
Yeah. Again, the body control that he has, I've said this time and time again. He does a great job fighting for the ball when it's in the air. We had to, again, start attacking a little bit more downfield, I think, with him if guys are going to want to sit and take some opportunities downfield. And, he's going to have to go make some plays for us like he did this last game in the second half.
Would you playing stuff this week? Do you get any texts from former teammates, Cole or Luciano or anybody like that?
No, I wish. I miss those guys, though. Thank you guys.